Welcome everyone, you've reached Grandma Mo, and just wanted to do a final video on the Valkyries and just say congratulations to the Valkyries. And we had three of people in the organization to get some postseason awards, and wanted to acknowledge them and just acknowledge just a fantastic season. It was really disappointing. I had to take a week to just, I was watching some or reading some comments on Facebook, and people were talking about the withdrawal. And I certainly felt that. It was like, oh man. And then there's the other feeling, like with the CBA and everything happening in the league and two new teams, I'm really afraid that it's gonna be a one and, it's kind of magical season will be gone. And I'm hoping that the players really, there's only so much you can do when you're in something like that, but just really take to heart just what kind of magical season that was. And I think they are, from the comments and stuff. Like Sue Bird had Veronica Burton on, her podcast, and Bird's Eye View, and she was talking to her a little bit about it, because I think Sue Bird probably recognizes that, hey, this may be very different next year, and this may be just a one and done kind of thing. And not that the Valkyries won't be good, but as far as the people that were on the team, the chances of them having, just keeping the majority of the core together and adding a couple of players to that is, I don't know. I'm hoping that will happen, but with everything that's going on, I don't know. And that made me sad to think about that. I'm hoping that doesn't happen, but I did want to acknowledge we have Janelle Salon was selected to the all-rookie team. Congratulations. She had a very nice rookie season and played really well and hit some very key buckets for us as a rookie, and just was very composed most of the time and just played really well. And then, what can you say about Natalie Nakase and Veronica Burton? Veronica Burton gets most improved. I'm shocked that wasn't unanimous. It was drastic, the difference in her play this year versus any of her prior seasons. So she had 3 seasons. Dallas, and then she had 2 in Dallas, then she got cut and then picked up by Connecticut. And excuse me, I remember seeing her play in Connecticut, and she came off the bench, but she didn't get a whole lot of minutes. She didn't get, you could see the defense was there, even in Connecticut. But just what a terrific, she got an opportunity and took full advantage of it. And, she turned out to be a very solid player. And, her crossover was to die for. There, 2 players, Kelsey Plum and Akoa Makani, actually tripped her to stop her from beating them. And just wicked crossover, dribble to the hoop, just fantastic. And she's improved her 3-point shooting. Still need to get the cutters. I've mentioned that before. She misses the cutters to the basket sometimes, and I'm not sure if she just doesn't see them, or she's just trying, because she doesn't have a lot of turnovers, so she doesn't take the chance. Maybe it's a combination of that, but that would be something that she can add to her game next year on hitting when the post cuts to the basket, because if there was one thing in her game that needed to improve, that it would be that. She did it a few times, well, more than a few times. She did it sometimes, but there were a lot of times where she missed it and just didn't even make the pass. And but overall, just fantastic season. She was very steady. She was solid. You could always count on her. There was never a game where she was taking time off, like when she was on the court, she was there going 150%. So very, welcome addition to the Valkyries, and just fantastic season for Veronica Burton. And then Natalie Nakase, I mean, what else can you say? It, like, you'd hear all these things about the Fever losing all their players or stuff. And it's like, do you realize we had more? We had more different combinations than any other team in the WNBA. And to still win the number of games we won with all the turnover that we had, you count the whole Eurobasket thing, and then we had to put all those players in, and then the people came back, and then people got cut, and we added new people in, and then, after a little bit of time, then we just stuck with what we had for the most part. But there was a lot of combinations, and to win as many games as we did with those circumstances, and and teams and players with not a whole lot of experience with each other, it was phenomenal. It was just a phenomenal coaching job by Natalie Nakase. And, I'm really excited to see what's coming next, for next year. I'm keeping my eye on who we're going to pick up, and then we have Yosite coming next year. And then who knows? I guess there's a couple that are restricted free agents. Veronica Burton is one of them. I can't remember who the others. We have a couple, but we have a lot of unrestricted, which, Kayla Thornton's one of them. Temi Fagbenley is unrestricted. So we'll see. Anyway, so I just wanted to congratulate all three of these contributors to the Valkyries and just say how much I enjoyed the season. It was heartbreaking when we lost, and, but now I can look back on it and just enjoy it for what it was and just what kind of a magical season it was. It brought back a lot of memories as a player that I experienced 40 years ago. And just that feeling that you get from when you're on a team that is so connected like that. It's rare that it happens. And it sure happened for the Valkyries. So, anyway, that's pretty much all I have, and can't wait for next season. Okay, we'll see you next time.